Hi, Julie Torrance here. So I have some odd papers. This is not supposed to be here. I have some odd papers here, and I've got more. Hang on. Here's some more. I'm going to turn these into pockets. So let's get started with this one and tell you how I'm going to do this. This is a pocket that I learned from Natasha at Treasure Books. This is a sheet, and so is this, from PM Artist Studios. It's in their printables, and it's free so that you can look up, I've got blue ink, so that you can look up and give a try to their printables. My printables are at PM Artist Studios. So how I got this, I'll tell you in a minute. What we need is a square. So we're going to start out by making a square. The way you make a square, or the way I make a square out of a rectangle piece of paper, is by folding this up. We want this point and this to be up to the edge. Can you see what I'm doing? So a little bit hard to see because it's white on white, and I didn't quite get it. Almost, hang on. Because I really want this corner up here to be a nice sharp point. The struggle is real, folks. I'm almost there. All right, whatever it is, we're going to work with it. Okay. Good, close enough. Now, scissors. And my printer is a LaserJet printer, and so I always have a white border when I'm cutting out any kind of printables. And so I'm just going to be cutting this part off, including that white border. So this piece can be used for collage. We'll save that. And there goes the border. I'm going to do the same on this side, is get rid of this border. Okay. Now, I believe, in my opinion, this pocket works better with double-sided paper. This is not double-sided paper, obviously. I still have quite a bit of white here. I want to get that off because it will be distracting. It's not going to add. So let's just cut this off and make myself a nice square. Okay. So first thing I want to do is I want to decorate this. And the way I'm going to decorate it is I have from PM Artist Studios another stencil. This one is called Mosaic Circles. So head over to PM Artist Studios. That's where my printables are. And it's just pmartiststudios.com. And they've got the best stencils, I'm telling you. Best, in my opinion, in design, best in quality. And I've used a lot of stencils just like you, and I love it. All right. Is this the one I'm going to use? I guess it is. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to put this stencil onto the white side. I knew I had another one. This is the one to use. I'm just using some archival ink cobalt. You know, you could do this with acrylic paints or whatever you want. I'm just using ink because it's fast and I love this color and I think it'll go nice. Now this way of stomping, I'm going to get kind of like these these blue circles like that. That's okay. For this, I don't care. I would use a different technique if I wanted. I'd use a different tool. If I wanted this to be like solid, you know, like velvet. No, I'm welcoming the added texture to this whole thing. And I think that you'll agree. You know, you'll when you see it, you'll say, "Oh yeah, that looks good." Like, I will think it looks good. So on we go. So where did I get this piece of paper that I'm saying is extra? As I said, it's free at PM Artist Studios. There's like a little introductory set that you can buy. Well, you get for free. You can download it for free. And it gives you an introduction to their printables. Well, I had printed this out, long time ago. And I was in my home just doing stuff, and I heard the printer go. What? I didn't set it off. Now, my printer is hooked to the internet, and sometimes it does some downloading of, HP stuff. I don't know what it's doing, but when I bought it, in the instructions, it said it will do this. So, and sometimes it's cleaning the jets. I mean, it does all kinds of things. But no, I heard it printing. So by the time I got to it, it had already printed 15 sheets. All things that I had printed in the past, they were just apparently sitting in the buffer, and the machine decided to cough them out. And now I've got duplicates. I had fussy cutting that I did for hours. It was all different kinds of printables. And I have no idea how long it would have gone had I not stopped it. I mean, if I wouldn't have been home, I have no idea. Maybe it would have gone through a ream of paper. Okay, let's see what we've got. Ta-da! Isn't that pretty? Okay, so now we've got a square, double-sided. Now we're going to make our pocket. What I need to know is where this middle is. But first off, we fold it just like we did. Just like that. Okay, now I want to bring this down, but I want it to land in the middle. So I'm just eyeballing it. Can you see? I'm just kind of eyeballing where I believe the middle is. And I'm going to fold this open. So Natasha over at Treasure Books got this from it was an origami pattern to make a cup. Isn't that something? So, okay, this also, we want to bring it up, but we want it to stop. And right here, okay, what do I have here? Do I have white? Oh, I see. So can you see this hasn't quite matched up? Remember, I didn't quite get it square. That's okay. Again, I mean, you're going to have the same things that I've got going on. I'm just going to trim this up. There. Okay, now, back to this way. I'm bringing this up to this corner. And I am bringing this up this way. Same thing. I've got, because I wasn't quite perfectly square. That's all right. Trim it up. Bring this one up. I'm going to get this one out of the way so it's easier for me to fold. Okay. Now, this goes up. These guys go like this. There's our pocket. Look. Isn't it sweet? I just love it. Now, what I like to do is on this point, I just go ahead, grab a corner rounder, you know me, and round this corner. But I want it set in there properly. I may need to open it up a bit so that my corner rounder can fit. There she goes. There. Now, these guys go in. This one comes down. And there. Now, I brought some little tags and things just to show you. Well, this is a journaling card. It's kind of big. But, you know, how things would go. Let's see. I've got some littler tags. See? Isn't that pretty? I love it. And I think this would be a great pocket in a journal. Now, I made these with 12 by 12s and they came out big. And I put Christmas things in it and I used them kind of like Christmas stockings. Oh, they were fun. I have pictures of them on my YouTube channel under the community. You can see them there. But this, I think, is a great little journaling pocket. And the other thing is, look, it's pretty on both sides. So you could even just put some things in it and then just clip it in to your journal. And that way it's removable. But I just think these are so fun. And I just think it's a great way to use up things you don't know exactly what to do. So let's do another one. All right. And then if we have time, maybe we'll decorate a few. I'll talk about how you can kind of glue or paste or whatever you want. All right, we're going to go right with this one again while it's fresh on our minds. So go from corner and bring this up. So I'm taking this corner, bringing it up until this corner is nice and pointy. And this is all lined up with itself. This one turned out better than the one I just did. But, you know, that's going to happen to you too. So, you know, not editing it out. We're just going to go with it. I'm cutting both the white border off and the excess. And we've got a piece to throw away. And we've got a piece to save for collage. And doing the same over here. Now, if you're printing or whatever you're doing goes all the way to the edge, you won't have this issue. But for this, I just happen to have this issue. Okay, and we still may need to do a little bit of trimming. Now, remember, it's all white in here. So I'm going to grab this, and I've got that cobalt. I also have aquamarine. So we'll do this one in aquamarine. Now, there may still be some remnant ink. That's okay. I'm going to use the same stencil. And, you know, you could go and do similar with just stamps. Use your rubber stamps. Or as I said, you could do acrylic paint. You could do whatever you want. This is just the way, and I'm going to spread this out because I know I'm getting a combination of colors right this minute until the one exhausts itself. And now I'm getting more of the aquamarine. So I'm just going to go ahead and stomp, stomp, stomp. Yeah, so my printer went nuts and I ended up with these extra papers, and I didn't have a project specifically in mind, but you know, not to waste. And I just thought this idea from Natasha, which I made the way she made, and they were pockets. And oh, you know, it was for adults, and I put some candy, I put some tea bags, I put some candy canes, you know, that kind of stuff. A scratch off, a lottery scratch off ticket, just fun stuff, just so that someone would have a little something in their hand from me from the holiday. But you could, obviously you can do these any size of a square that you have, and you can see now why having something on both sides is an advantage. And what a fun way to use my stencils, my inks. I love it. I really do. And of course, I picked out stencils that I love. These stencils are made of Yupo, and they are so hardy, and yet they're fine enough that you get all the detail that you want. I purchased them large. They come in different sizes. So like this pattern, you don't have to get one this large, but this is the size of my jelly plate. And so when I'm using my stencils on with my jelly plate, then I like having the stencil be the right size. Okay, look. Ta-da! Love it. Absolutely love it. Thank you, ink. And back to the pocket. Now, we did it with this part mostly inside. See? So let's do it the opposite way. Let's do it this way, and we'll just see how it looks. And you can always turn it back around if you want. Okay, so I want this point to be folded up where it is lining up with the middle. And I'm just eyeballing it. That looks good. And here we go. Great. Now, am I doing it right? I think so. Let me look. It looks a little small to me. Hang on. I folded it in half. Then, oh yeah, I've got it upside down. So, bring this down, but then now I'm the wrong way again. Hang on. How many times am I going to say hang on? Okay. So, bring this up to the middle. But why doesn't that look right to me? I think it's right. Okay. Well, because I don't have the next step. All right. How did I just do this? Oh, dummy. I see. Fold it all the way up, Julie. There we go. Sorry. Huh? How not to craft? Is that what I'm doing? Yes, I am. Now bring this down, hopefully, to the middle. And there. Perfect. Now this, we bring up to this fold and to this corner. Little more. Good. Same over here. I tell you. All right, a little overage here. So I'm just going to trim it up. No problem. Up to that edge. And there. Okay. Now lift this up, bring these two in. Voila. We have a pocket. I folded one of these up just a little too high, so I'm just bringing it down a touch so that this can fold down like that. Great. Now, let's get these out of the way. Get my rounder. I just think it gives it a nice look when you do that. And we've got another pocket. Yay! And so this one is inside out compared to this one. See? Fun and fun. I kind of like this one better. So what do? You can turn this one inside out. I'll show you what I mean. All you have to do is unfold it and fold it up. You've got all your folds there. And this one comes down. And this one comes this way. I mean, your folds are already there. This one, don't rush or you'll make a mistake. This one comes this way. Bring this down. There. Oh, I love it. So, cute pocket, right? All right, let's do other papers you might have laying around. This is from a map book. So, here, I'm going to put this right there, and now we've got the same thing. Now, all I did with this was I tore it out of this giant atlas. Can you see it all? Maybe you can't. And then I just cut this edge on my trimmer nice and straight, because you know when it came out of the book, jig-jag, jig-jag. So, but it's a rectangle. I have to turn it into a triangle, a square. Down here is a little bit of water damage. So I'm going to bring this corner up. And that part is going to be cut off. Nice and boxed, you know, the discolored. Just like that. Great. And we're going to end up with a much bigger pocket. That's okay. We'll talk about what to do about that later. I don't have that crazy border to worry about. So I just cut right along this edge. Save this for another project. And here we have it. All right. So I can just leave this just as it is. And then I need to fold this down and end in the middle. See, we're cooking on gas now. Bring this up. And this should line up with this. It's in the middle. Now I'm going to bring this corner up and then stop here. But I'm going to stop just a tiny bit below so this can fold over without getting so bound up. So I'm just a millimeter down. Same with this side. And Kay, I'm thinking of you. I think this is a project you would like. I hope you're watching. Yep. I learned about Natasha in treasure books from my friend Susie. Now I can bring this up, bring these in, bring this back. There. Isn't that pretty? Now, rounding this corner, but I like that number there. So if I use my smaller corner rounder, I still may end up covering it. I don't know. But let's just see if we can. There. Okay. Here's another one. And look, I mean, journaling cards. Tags. Stuff it up. It's so nice. You could just make a gift out of this like I did for Christmas. Isn't that fun? Okay, so I want to take this one to another level. So what I'm going to do, because I think it'll make a difference, I want to start inking this up. When you have a paper, maybe you're doing this out of book page or something like that. So I'm going to grab, I'm tempted to grab a color, but I don't know necessarily what this is going to go in. So I'm going to use my sepia. And that's what that other crazy sponge was for. And I'm just going to give this a little edge. And I just think it'll make it sweeter. Now, this pocket, it's possible that I'm going to use it in a way that you would see the back. I won't necessarily glue this into a journal. So I'm going to go ahead and ink the other side, the back side, as well as the front side. This is so pretty with this map that I really almost feel like, and I want to fold this, even though it's not going to be folded, and just give it a little ink right along this edge. Just like that. See, I like the way this looks with inking it up. For this application, I think it makes a big difference. And let's catch this edge and this edge. Nice. And I'm going to catch this edge. And over here. Now this paper isn't cracking, but you get old pictures, you know, things like this that have printing on them, sometimes the images kind of crack, and this can help with that as well by just inking those edges. It gets rid of any white that may have showed up because you folded it. Okay, so here's this pocket. I love it. Let's get rid of this so we can see it better. I love it. Okay, another one. I have 2 pieces of map, but I'm going to go ahead and we'll see how time allows, but I want you to see what it will look like with a paper like this. And this is the same map book, but this is the index. Now this doesn't have, it has a little water damage right down in this corner. So again, I'm going to go ahead and go this way. Doesn't it look like I inked it? No, that's the natural. That's the nature of this old paper. So bringing this up, trying to get this corner to a nice point. And there we have it. Give this a trim. Now, if we were mass making, I would be like turning them all into squares. Then, you know, do the folds, decorate them all. Save this for collage. Decorate them all. Okay, this can just stay just like this. And we're going to bring this down and hopefully line it up so that, you know, here's our middle. Line it up. I'm just eyeballing it, but I think we're good. Now, I'm going to bring this corner up to that line just under. Just, like I said, 1 millimeter under. But that way, the this flap has room to come down. Okay, this side. I want to be able to see good. There. There. Oh, didn't quite give it enough room. This is the one that's given us the heartache. So I'm just going to refold and leave that there. Okay. Now this one thinks it's going to give us a problem. Well, got news for you. There. Isn't that something? Now, look at this. Not ink. Inked. Inked. Not inked. Can you see? So let's ink this one up. And I'm going to do the same. And I realize these are big. But you know, depending on the journal you're making, not all journals are an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper folded. Some things you're going to wish you had a smaller pocket. Some things you're going to wish you had a bigger pocket. But this is fun. I'm having fun. I hope you are. Get this inked up. And this, I mean, this edge I'm doing right now was already, like I said, looking inked up because of the way the paper is. But there's a lot of areas that were not. And we're going to remedy that right now. There we go. And I want to get this edge. And I want to get this edge. It's here. Yeah. Good, good. This edge. The bottom. This edge. Oh, the sun just came out. It's probably near 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I haven't seen the sun yet, till right now. Okay, this side. Now, maybe you'll glue this down. Maybe you won't. So, we will ink her all up. And I use archival. That way, if I decide to decorate this with some spray inks or something, that won't move. I just want to kind of see where this middle is. And I want to ink this up. This will show up on the back. There. See? Now, corner round. Little more ink. There's another one. Isn't that fun? Okay, I've got something else to show you. Book page. This is from a flower book that I got from friends at the library. And I thought, well, this could make a handsome pocket. We'll start with this one. And this is, to me, is not particularly beautiful compared to this. So I want this part to be the part I cut off when I turn it into a square. So have you gotten the hang of this square business? Just bring the corner up, give it a fold, and then we cut right along here. I'm going to leave, save this, I am going to leave the flower part inside. So I'm going to bring this down and line it up so that this and this are the same. So I'm just eyeballing it. There. Now I could go ahead if you think it would be easier, and I could round this now instead of after it's all folded up. And I'm going to bring this corner up, but not quite to the fold, so that there is room for that flap to come down. Same over here. Thought I was going to need a bone folder, but nope, saved itself. What do you think? Isn't that pretty? I am not going to ink this up. I think it's gorgeous just as it is. Stick our tags in. Stick our journaling cards in. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay. What is this? Oh, well. Squirrel. All right, I've got one more like this. Hang on. Where did I put it? I showed it to you. Oh, here it is. Now this one is all words on one side, and this was on the other. And I thought, well, let's see what it turns out like. However, right here and here, we really could eliminate. So before I turn it, I turn this into, let's see, how do I want to do this? I want to be able, yeah, this way. I am going to go ahead and let's just line it up with the photo. And after I do this part, then I'll make my square. Nice. That can go in the garbage. Now let's see what we've got as far as a square. Hopefully not as much trimming to do, but I still want this corner over here to be nice and sharp. Oh no, that's not sharp. Overcorrected. I'm right here at the word begonia. Try again. Just let the paper relax. There we go. Got it. Okay, so yes, much less to trim now, but we trimmed off what didn't really make sense to keep on. I mean, why cut off a bunch of photo and leave a bunch of white? I'm just saying. Okay, I'm going to leave this typed part as the outside, so I'm going to go ahead and bring this down. Still got plenty of white corners there, don't we? I wonder... Well, I already creased it. I was going to say if I did it the other way, maybe we would have more pictures showing. But it's fine. It's fine. Don't overthink it, Julie. There we go. Okay. Bringing this up, but not all the way. Same over here. Bring this up, not all the way. And there's our pocket. This one probably could use a little bit of inking, but I am not going to ink it now because it has colors on it, and I would rather save it and ink it maybe in a color that would go in the journal. All right, let's look at what we got. I still have more papers there that we could do more, but I think you certainly have the hang of it by now. I finally got the hang of it, didn't I? Okay, so we've got this one. This one, look how different from the same book. This big map index one. This big map with the actual map showing. This little guy that we made from some one-sided and we turned it into two-sided. Here's another one. Okay, let's just grab one of these. I'm just grabbing this one. And let's think about decorating. What do you say? Okay, so we've got this far. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the cobalt and this guy. And I'm going to ink up with cobalt and some kind of a blue journal. This will go great. I'm just going to ink up the edges with this blue. Just like this. Good. Whoa. Oh, Julie. Trying to save space. Let's put this around here. Just a little bit. There we go. There. Looks good to me. I love it. All right. Now, I am just going to give this a drop of glue. I'm going to get my art glitter glue right here, right at that curve there. If you don't close your art glitter glue, you'll be sorry. And let's bring this down. You can move this out of the way. And here's our cute little pocket. So, what can we put on here? Let's see. I brought all kinds of stuff. These are all stickers, but I think this is too busy for a sticker. So we'll set that aside for now. This is autumn. There's the blue flowers in the autumn. Oh, look. That works. We need leaves. So let me find my container of leaves. Leaves and butterflies are together. Let's see if we can get here. I'm running out of leaves. It's going to be time to cut some more leaves out. I'm working on my spring printable And I like the green. That looks pretty. Yes. Let's go with that. And a little label, but I want this on top of the label. So I'm just going to move this and let's find ourselves a little label or a little something for right up here. These are all from Tina pretty much. The larger of her little decorations. Too much the same. Love the idea, too much the same. A butterfly. She's got little butterflies. Do I have one that's just maybe not quite? That one shows up better. I like that. And then maybe this here. Let's do that. All right. I like that. Okay, glue page. You wanted to be out here for so long. Got it. Glue stick. Got it. Start with these two. This little number 26. When I said Tina, I'm talking about Tina from Shabby Dabby Doodah. And I bought one of her printables of these labels, and I just love them. I will link her YouTube channel. And she has an Etsy with all of her printables. And then she has a .com where she sells other things that go along with junk journaling. Good. Now we need our leaves. Another leaf. And last is our nice big flower. Hang on. Everything is sticking. There we go. I just don't want to stick my flower down to the glue paper. Get a nice coating on here. There. I like this very, very much. Well, you've been with me this long. Today is a great day to subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel and you'll see more content like this. And I have coming up on 1,000 subscribers. And when I reach 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to have a giveaway. And there's a couple of journals in that giveaway. So you really want to subscribe so that you'll be able to get in on that action. And I'm just showing you these pockets as I ask you to please give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and right down here, there's a video that's been picked out just for you, and I'm going to see you over there. See ya.